he said the stars of heaven shall fall, that's talking about these missiles, okay? Because when John, you got to understand, when the prophets saw it, they try to describe it to the best of their ability. And most of the things in the scriptures is parabolic. So you gotta kind of understand where they're coming from. So when he's talking about the stars of heaven, he's talking about the re-entering of the warheads when these missiles are shot. Because they're gonna look like falling stars. They show you in certain movies like what's the name of it? Armageddon, when they had meteors, but when the meteors broke through the atmosphere, it looked like falling stars. It's the same way when these warheads come. Okay.
Are y'all here because it's winter solstice?
No, we don't celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate the winter solstice.
Okay.
Because we know all that goes back to paganism and witchcraft.
Can I ask you something? You mind? I was just out of town because there's a statue up there called it's called Grand Disco. It's right on the right. It's that big brass one in front of the old. It's right at Trade and Trine. It's a big round disc. And supposedly that's the exact center of Charlotte, and it has all these because Charlotte was founded on it's called a perfect square.
Okay.
And like all atoms are built on a perfect square. Everything, it's a real spiritual thing, and anything that comes out of a perfect square is perfect. And a lot of people will say that's why Charlotte, even though the rest of the country goes through bad times, we still don't have things as bad. I was just wondering what you thought about that.
Charlotte is going through bad things because you got Bank of America. People finding out that Bank of America was what was that? With the foreclosures, they was giving out bad loans for mortgages. So you, like a while back, I think that was May 1st, you had the so-called Occupy Wall Street thing.
Right.
In Charlotte, they went and they like bum rushed Bank of America. Then they came out here when Obama came down here or whatever. But they was just trying to be seen, okay? You have crime increasing here in Charlotte, okay, due to the lack of jobs and poverty, which that comes with any fall of the economy. So Charlotte is suffering, okay, even though they try to portray this place.
It's not perfect. I'm just wondering if you believe that, and I'm a Christian. I'm very much a woman of faith. I mean, do you believe that there could be a center that's God driven here that came out, if people had goodwill and believed in God and built something out of it? So you don't believe in that? I was just curious.
No. All right.
Okay.
No, we just believe in the scriptures for the service.
Okay.
With the Lord, what He's about, everything. Like everything up here is in the scriptures. Okay.
Right.
And that's what we believe, and that's what we teaching, and we breaking down what we see in the news and stuff happening around the world. We filter it through the scriptures, and then we explain it mainly to our people. Now, can I ask you, what's your nationality on your father's side? Like your people go back to?
Well, I don't know all that much about my family history, but I know I'm pretty sure I'm Scots-Irish and German.
On your father's side?
Yeah, but I have red hair, and all redheads are descendants of Vikings. So.
well, we know that the Vikings were our people, and that the Scots and the Irish were our people, and that they ruled Europe during the time of the Dark Ages. Okay, so we know about certain of our people that like certain people that might pass for Caucasians or whatever.
Are the 12
tribes? Yeah, some of the people that might pass for Caucasians, they really go back to our people. Because the Scots, the Irish, the Vikings, all those were Negros that were ruling during the time of Europe. Like, it's a statue in front of the Wake Forest building of Queen Charlotte. She was a German princess, and she was a Negro.
Right.
And that we know about the Irish slave trade, that a lot of those Irish people, okay, that was getting shipped over here to work as slaves in the Sugar Islands or the West Indies, all right, they was put into slavery by Cromwell, okay, and a lot of those were Negroes, okay. So we don't get tripped up off of color and stuff like that. But that's why I asked you, because we know that certain of our people, they ain't gonna look like direct people on this sign. They might look like the other nations. That's why I asked.
And then I have something. I actually work for the Observer, so I was up there tweeting and taking some pictures. I love what you said about you believe in the scripture, and if you don't want me to do this, that's fine, but would you mind if I took a picture of you? Do y'all tweet at all? Do you have a Twitter? Are you with a group you would want me to mention? Or
We mentioned, huh?
do y'all have a website? Or?
Yeah, we part of we the Hebrew Israelites. Now in the media, we blacklisted. Okay, all right. We already know because we seen like Channel 9 News and all them. They ride by and see us, but really, everybody in the world knows about us. Okay, but they're not gonna come out and talk.
Hebrew Israelites.
Hebrew Israelites, but they call us Black Hebrew Israelites.
Okay.
But we're not Black Hebrew Israelites. We're Israelites because
You call yourself
we're Israelites.
what do you prefer, Israelites?
We're Hebrew Israelites.
Hebrew Israelites, okay.
Okay.
Would you feel comfortable if I took your picture or not? If you don't want me to, let's understand.
Really, we ask that they don't take pictures of us,
Okay.
but you can take pictures of the sign or whatever if you want to. Okay. But yeah, we be out here every week, Lord willing, and we just teach.
Well, I appreciate y'all talking with me. My name is Olivia.
Okay.
Well, good luck with everything.
All right.
All right, take care. See
All
ya.
right.
Bye.
You better pray you go back to us, man, because the kingdom of heaven is for our people. Okay. All right. Because we know that the Irish and the Vikings and the Scottish, they go back to our people. Okay.
I mean, just another question.
All right.
I'm just curious. So, from your perspective, and you can say anything to me, I'm not going to be offended. But from your perspective, someone like me, as a white person,
You appear
I'm
white.
pretty much, I'm not going to make it.
No.
I'm going to.
No, see, we didn't say that. We said that we have some of our people that look like the other nations. Like, for an example, when you read Matthew 13, where the Lord breaks down about the wheat and the tares, he was talking about in this time that you will have people that go back to these people that might look like the other nations. And you're going to have people that look like us that really go back to other nations. For an example, like Bruno Mars. He looks like one of them Filipinos, but really he's Puerto Rican. Okay? Eminem. He's Scottish. Even though he might look like a white boy or whatever, but really he goes back to us. Elvis is another one, Johnny Cash. All right? So you have people that appear as Caucasians that really go back to our people. But then you have people that look like us that's really not our people that go back to Caucasians, like Lauren London, the actress, the sister twins, their brother, Lenny Kravitz. Okay? So it's all really about who your fathers are. Okay?
So, but if your father wasn't from
One of those.
from this, then it doesn't matter what all you do, or it's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen for you.
And then how again do you determine if you are?
Okay, the understanding of those, or the breakdown of the tribes, that's Genesis 49 and Deuteronomy 33. And then you also link it up with the curses that was going to come on Israel in this time, which that's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 68.
What about Asians? I've always wondered.
Now, the Asians, they go back to Lot. You know the story about Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah.
And the destruction of it, and how Lot and his wife and his two daughters, they fled,
Yeah,
but his wife looked back,
Yeah.
and she got turned into a pillar of salt. Well, when you further read on in that chapter of Genesis 19, his daughters tricked Lot. Well, they got him drunk, and then they had relations with him, thinking that all men was destroyed to carry on and see with their fathers. So they had sex with their father, and they had two sons, Moab and Ben-Ami, became the father of the Ammonites. They go back to Ammon and Moab. But not all those.
Not on this. Not part of this.
No, they're the children of Lot. Okay.
Well,
Now,
thank you.
you got some of our people that look like the Asians, like Heinz Ward, Kamora Simmons, hell, even Bruce Lee. He go back to our people, even though he might pass for one of them Chinese or Japanese people. Because you had many of these soldiers go over there, like Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that fought in the military